So repetition is the master of mastery. So trading is a skill. You get it. So if you want to master, you need to show up every single day. You get it. You need to show up every single day. So when you show up, every day that you show up, there's something new that is going to be displayed to you. So you need to show up every single day. Don't expect it to get at once. Like the day you got introduced to trading and you're expecting it to something that can print you money, like within few minutes you can get thousands of dollars. If it is easy, you think like someone will be working. It's not going to be easy. But how is it going to be easy? It's going to be easy through doing it every single day. You get it? Doing it every single day. I remember when you were back in school, we have some courses that are very difficult. But do you know how to break it down? I did elective math. Do you know how to break it down? When you solve it every single day, when you tackle the topic every single day, you move to your colleagues, please, can you break it down for me? Doing it every day, it will get to some time, the topic is going to be very easy. Anytime you see it in an examination hall, you are going to solve it. That's how it works. So that's how trading tool works. You get it? So if you have followed me for some time, you will notice that I've been tweaking my trading system, my trading style. It's because of what? Constant learning, constant educating myself. You get it? That is why you are seeing some small it's not something significant. It's just some small changes. You get it? Those times I was not even breaking down gold, but now I'm trading gold. That is growth. That is what? Growth. You get it? So repeat it every single day. If it is hard, tell yourself you can do it. Repeat it every day, repeat it, every day, repeat it. It will get to some time. Trading is all about pattern recognition, and the patterns are not something unique, not something that hasn't happened before. So you see, this morning like this, I would have caught like 300 pips on this move. I woke up around 6 a.m. Woke up, saw an opportunity that happened yesterday, the one that I broke it down to you guys. This opportunity happened this morning again. Trading is all about pattern recognition. It is not something different. It's all about, you see, the only thing that makes it difficult, or the only thing that makes it kind of something like a rocket science, is because everyone is doing different things. But if you focus on one particular system or one particular strategy, you get to understand the similarity. You see the familiarities. You familiarize yourself with what? The strategy. You get it? So this thing, yesterday I took a buy over here. Was it this one? Yesterday I took a buy on the breakout of one of the. Is it this one? Yeah, I think this one. This was yesterday breakout, and the same breakout that happened over here after the FOMC. I mostly don't trade FOMC, but I'm trying to get used to with the move. After FOMC, when the news got released, this move happened. I would have, if I'm like I prepared to trade FOMC, I would have taken advantage of this move. I was watching it. It's the same breakout that happened over here. The same thing happened over here. And this morning too, the same breakout happened over here. But this morning, the reason why I didn't take this trade, and I took a stupid trade that I lost. To be frank with you, I lost this morning on this trade. It gave a clear opportunity. You see, trading, the patterns are the same, but the outcome is different. If you watch this side over here, the same thing happening over here. I was ready to take the move. But one thing I was waiting for is for price to pull back small. You get it? I think you have to break it down. For price to pull back small. And what happened is what? It just made a straight move. I wanted to take a buy, but price never formed any wick at the bottom. So the chances that it can make a deep, and you don't know when pullbacks are happening. You don't know when it's going to, how far the pullback is going to get to. So that's why I didn't even bother to. What's happening over here? I'm seeing. So that's why I didn't take the trade. I ended up taking the same opportunity happening over here. Okay, I ended up taking it. Nice break rate test over here, but it failed. Am I bored or am I angry about it? That's fine. So when my trading session elapsed, I just took my L, just bounced back. But because Monday I took a win, Tuesday I took a win. So if I lost this one, I'm still in profit for the week. You get it? Because I've taken 3 trades so far. Now, was it? I've taken 3 trades. I think Monday I didn't take a trade. Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today I took this. So this was supposed to be a clear win, but I didn't get a pullback. This one ended up giving me opportunity, but I ended up landing open it's ended up failing. You get it? So that's fine. So let's see what New York is having for us. Let's start from, please, I hope people can hear me. I hope someone has raised up his hand. Wisdom, what's up? You've raised up your hand. You've raised up your hand. Is there any question or problem? If you're having question, please let me know. And I hope I can be heard too as well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You people don't make the streaming interesting. You don't talk. You just. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you people hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So let's check the fundamentals and see. So we are in New York session. New York has opened. So let's see. Maybe we are about to be New York session. Today is Thursday, right? So at 1:30, we are going to be having unemployment claims. So then we have to wait for the news to get released before. So this is what they are expecting. Previous was 2,000K. Okay, and now they are expecting 206K. So what are they expecting? So what will you be expecting during the New York session with these news events? Unemployment claims. So more people are claiming for unemployment benefits. You get it? More people are claiming for unemployment benefits. So if it happens like that, if more people are claiming for unemployment benefits, this is an anticipated numbers. This is just a forecasted numbers. Is it forecasted or forecast? This is just numbers that has been anticipated by traders, by analysts, okay, by the top institutions. This is what they are expecting. 206K. Okay, the previous numbers is what 20K. So what it means is what they are expecting. They are expecting more people claimed for unemployment benefits for the last month. Okay, as compared to the last 2 months. So if it happens like that, that means the dollar is going to be weak. Gold is still going to rise. Okay, according to news, they're expecting gold to keep on rising. You get it? So that's what they're expecting. Because 206K is more than the previous numbers. And understand the effect of this news. Unemployment claims. What does it mean? Unemployment means it is something negative. If you are in a country where more people are not working, more people are is it redundant? More people are idle. Okay, they are not working. And they say the devil finds work for an idle man. So if more people are not working, that means what? It's going to affect the currency at hand. You get it? And one thing you need to understand is what currency, the growth of the actions or the activities happening in the country has a direct reflection or direct effect on the currency too as well. So if the activities, if the events, if the news happening in the country is bad, it's going to affect the currency too as well. So that's what you need to understand. So we're expecting negative numbers as well. You get it? So the dollar is going to be weak. So if it happens like that, then what you're expecting is what the gold should keep on moving up. So before the news gets released, just analyze and see if technical analysis too also aligns with what the fundamental analysis. So fundamentals, this is what you expect. This is what we are expecting for the fundamentals at the New York session. Fundamentals. So we are expecting. Please a moment. I'm coming. So with fundamentals, they're expecting the dollar USD to be what? To be strong. So if USD is strong, what is going to happen? It's going to be what? Bearish. It's going to be bearish, and if it is bearish, it's going to what? Move down. It's going to move down. So this is the effect of the news. And what are you expecting on SAU? So on the periodic table, gold is represented as SAU. So SAU is going to be what? Sorry. Dollar is going to be weak. Are you guys with me? Charlie, you people are not. I don't know. I've made a mistake, and you people are just listening. So gold is going to be strong, and if gold is strong, you're expecting a bullish move. And if it's a bullish move, then you're expecting it to be up. So this is the fundamental effect. This is anticipated. Let me write anticipation before someone would take it as a fact. Okay, so this is an anticipation. Fundamental anticipation. So this is what you are expecting. So let's break it down. So with gold, this is what you are expecting. So because if you move to the higher time frame, there's no data. Okay, so we just have to start from there. Weekly to so this is a move that hasn't the monthly. I'm not sure gold has moved like this in the past before. So this is something strange. Looking at gold, this month has been a month where gold has moved massively. So if you watch the monthly candle over, I think this one, that was 2011. That's the biggest one. But apart from that, gold hasn't moved like this before this month. So this month is kind of a lot of people, those who know what they are. Gold has moved like 12,000 pips in a single month. 12,000 pips in it. It hasn't happened before. You can do back testing and check the past monthly candles and see. It hasn't happened before. So looking at the weekly time frame, so nothing to our looking at the daily time frame. Looking at the H4. So I think we have to start at the H4 time frame. So looking at the H4 time frame. So this is what you are expecting. In case price is moving up, this is where you're expecting it to get rejected over there. So moving at so the trend is what? Okay, so we need to consider our bias over here. So what bias are you going to take over here? So at this point, when I see a market structure like this, my bias is going to be a buy and at the same time a sell. Okay, I'm going to be looking for a sell and at the same time a buy. So all these things, I'm going to explain it during the bootcamp. Okay, why am I considering a buy and a sell? This is not the time for me to explain it. You are trading. So a sell and a buy, that's what I'm considering. Okay, so sometimes if you can apply trend line and see if you can get multiple touches, price is not near to the trend line, so we are cool with it. Okay, so we check the lows and highs and see if price has touched it before. So if you want to see how it works, you can check it over here. Okay, in the past and see how it works. So you see this one, price touched it several times and it just bounced from the trend line. So price is not near close to the trend line at this point. So the trend is at this point, pattern structure is what? An uptrend. Price is just making more of highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows. So what are you expecting? A continuation to the next target. That's what you're expecting. But candle structure is a downtrend. So at the same time, we are going to be, if we see a shift in trend or a clean zone to our left too, we can be taking a sell. Okay, we can be taking a sell too as well. So let's see where we can get a buy opportunity. So with a buy opportunity, currently the H1 has changed direction. As I'm saying, we are going to be looking for a sell and at the same time looking for a buy. So we have a rejection over here. Price can get rejected over here. Okay, at the H1. So the trend is what? An uptrend. Okay, price has shifted trend. So we're expecting a continuation to this side, which is, so if you're having $20, if you're having $10, please, I beg, don't try good. If you use 0.01, it will blow your account. If it happens, trading is all about probabilities and what? Uncertainties. So if you use 0.01 and in case, so you see this morning I said I lost a trade. So the trade that I lost wasn't something, it followed the plan. Everything was intact, but I lost the trade. You get it? The reason is what? Trading is all about probabilities. So probability wasn't in my favor. It was in my favor early morning, but I didn't get confirmed. We don't trade direction, even though I know the direction. We don't trade direction. We trade what? Confirmations. That's what you need to understand. we don't trade direction. I can predict where price is going to go like 99.9%. But what do? We trade confirmations. When you get confirmation before you trade. So price has currently shifted trend. Okay, so the buy is still valid at the H1 time frame. So how can you take a buy when price starts flipping? Because it's giving us a bullish trend. So for us to get a good entry, then we need to wait for price to come to maybe move to the lower time frame to get a better entry. So if you move to the lower time frame, we have multiple rejections over here. The H1 M32 has shifted trend perfectly. Okay, it has also shifted trend perfectly. So what are you going to do? We need to look for an entry. So the buy is still valid. So where am I going to take a sell? Okay, where will I be taking the sell? So at this point, we can be taking a sell when price break below this one. We can take a sell over here because of what the H4 is telling us. The sell is still valid. But so let's wait for the news to get released. So if it happens, this candle close bullish, the chances that price can keep on, but the M30 M15 can what do you call it? Candle formation is not clear to me. It's not clear at all. So we have another rejection over here. So I will call this one no trade zone, okay? Because it doesn't look good unless maybe I see something like this, okay, close to the level. When I see something like this close to the level before I execute, which is Charlie. Today, please, if you have a small account, don't be playing with gold. The pip value is big. This small zone is 200 pips. Imagine. So this morning move, this one, the one that I didn't get entry on, was how many pips? So close to 300 pips. So if you have small accounts, please, either you wait, okay, okay, or you either consider currencies, because the pip value on gold in your small account is going to blow. I'm not saying you are going to, if you have confidence in even the setup, trading the price action doesn't move in a straight line. It's ups and downs. So maybe the downside can just wipe your account away before it moves in your direction. The pip value is crazy. If you use 0.01, small drawdown, you are going to be in drawdown like $10, $20. You get it. Imagine this small zone is 200 pips. Currency will give you like 8 pips. This small zone will give you 200 pips. Okay. So if the 30-minute candle is going to do something like this, I will be glad taking a buy. I don't like how M15 is not looking good. So let's wait. We have some few seconds for the news to get released. So we are expecting the news. We are expecting gold to be positive. You get it? You're expecting gold to be positive. That is what they are expecting. It's an expectation. It is not fact. It is not the truth. It's an expectation. So let's see how you have like few seconds for the news to get released. So let's see if it gets released, then let's see how the news. So we have like few seconds. I hope you people are with me. If you have any pair that you want me to analyze too, you can. Someone has raised up his hand. Nesco. Nesco. If you want to talk, please raise up your hand. Let me put you on. Let me allow everyone. If you know your background is noisy too, then you mute yourself. Yeah, someone is talking. Nesco, do you have any question? Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, so the afternoon. The news has been released. So I'm sure this one is going to flip and move up because it's open with no wick at the bottom. So let's wait for some time and check the outcome of the news.
Please, I wanted to ask a question, please.
Okay.
I am having issue
Please.
in times. Please, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm having issue in times of executing in the market, like execution. Sometimes I will know I'll analyze the market and I will see that yes, it's going in the way I analyzed it. But in terms of executing, either I made a mistake and pressed my stop in a wrong place and it will go by this. It has been hurting me so hard that I needed to voice it out. So I
So
don't
you
know.
need to calm down. The thing is, for how long have you been doing it? Have you been trading?
Now it's 8 months plus.
Yeah, it's just a beginner's trait. It's part. With time you will get used to. You get it.
Okay.
With time you will get used to. It's part of the journey.
Okay.
Okay, I want to give a scenario. It's like with time. I wanted to give a scenario, real life example, but it's not coming. It's part of the journey. You get it. With time, one is you have not seen your setup for a very long time, and you need to. It's all part of paying the news. You need when it happens like that, you need to lose. When you lose. At a certain point, you become calm. You become calm and just stay patient. So those times I also feel like I wasn't having the patience to wait for the way I'm saying I knew the direction. But what happened is what I was waiting for price to pull down, like what is happening over here. If it flips, then I take. So it's the same thing. Those times I was facing difficult. I was thinking, oh, price is going to move before me, so I will just jump in back. Then sometimes it will move small, then it will come back. Sometimes if I'm not fortunate, it's just going to make a deep pullback, then it will be taking me out. You get it? But with time, when I kept on losing, I became used to. Then I just sat down, asked myself, what am I doing wrong? You get it? So sometimes you need to have one-on-one talk with yourself.
Okay.
You need to have one-on-one talk with yourself when it comes to bad habits. So me, like this, currently, one bad habit I'm facing is how to stay focused, having a deep focus if I'm working. If I'm working, I just distract myself listening to listening to self-improvement audios and videos. And sometimes I will consume this thing and it will get to some I will not even I can't concentrate. You get it? And one thing is when you are focused, when you are concentrating, that is when you would think about ideas, you think about how solutions. But when you are distracting yourself with this self, even though it's good, you are educating yourself, but we have time for everything. You get it? Maybe if you are at the gym and you are listening to those things, if you are in your car, if you are in a commercial car, you are listening to these things, that's fine. At that point, you are not focused. But if you are working, okay, working that demands focus and you start listening to these things, you become distracted. So that is one thing I'm also facing. And I always talk to myself, challenge myself on how to overcome this thing. Okay. So every day I improve. Every day I improve when it comes to distraction with maybe this social media, TikTok, and those things. It's something I'm fighting with because when you are working for yourself, like me, I'm home working, no one is on you. So if you are not focused, sometimes you end up they will go by and you've not achieved anything if you are not strict on yourself. So it's something that I'm facing with myself. So you need to have one-on-one talk with yourself. As some of the bad behaviors or bad habits, no one is going to do it for you. People will give you advice on it. People will give you how to go by it, but you are going to do it yourself. You need to step in. Okay, just challenge yourself. So it's part of the journey. Panicking, it's like panicking. It's part of the journey. So me like this is what you have to do. You just have to start slow, maybe 0.01, something that when you lose, it's not going to hurt you. 0.01, you get it? 0.01, and tell yourself this time, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So you see, as I came, I drew my plan on what the things I'm going to be looking for. You get it? The things that I'm going to be looking for. So If those things hasn't happened, I'm not executing. If those things hasn't happened, I'm not executing. So you need to tell yourself these are the things that you are looking for. So if they are not happening, you are not going to rush into trades and those stuffs. You get it? You are not going to rush into trades and those stuffs. So just have one-on-one talk with yourself and master your system or master your pattern. What do you look for? Memorize it. What do you look for in a trade? So if you visualize it more often, you get it. If you visualize it more often, that's why it's very important. You know what you are doing, and at the same time, you backtest too as well. So this morning, like this, I was very confident with the trade that I was talking about because when I cast my mind back, I noticed that it has happened over here before. It has currently happened over here. So it's something that I have. That does not mean it's going to happen, but it's something that I have a high hope that it can play out. You get it? It's something that I have a high hope that it can play out. So what I have to do is just be patient and wait for. So just draft down the things. If you are there, sketch something. That's how I used to learn when it comes to trading because I've noticed that trading is all about visualization. So if you are there, have a notebook, visualize the patterns that you are going to be looking for. Okay, visualize the patterns that you are going to be looking for. If it has not happened, you are not going to execute. And with time, you are going to be confident and comfortable executing on those patterns.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a beginner's this thing. Character trait. With time, you will get used to the panic. You are just young, 8 months. I've been in the game 6 to 7 years now.
No.
So you've not even got into a year. So it's part.
No.
You are not confident. So go in slow. Even if demo accounts you trade, that's fine. For you to be comfortable with the moves of the assets you are trading.
Okay.
Yeah, so at this point, let's see how Owanda H4 is looking like. So it's also the same. Okay, let me see how Owanda is looking like. Yeah, so it's also the same this thing. Yeah, so buy is valid. Someone said, "Don't. Why are you selling good? Why are you selling good?" So at this point, with the buy, this is H1 level. You get this to H1 level. So you just want a support. We just want a support. If we see a support with a sell, with a sell, so the sell was valid over here because of at that point I wasn't in the market. Yeah, there was a valid sell over here at the M30 time frame. There was a valid sell over here, but we were not around. There was a valid sell over here, 120 pips. It was valid sell. So at this point too, if you get a closure below this one too, we can take advantage of this sell too as well. So there's another sell over here, but we need to wait for candle because this zone was from H1 and M30. So you need to get a candle closure below. Okay, we need to get there was was doing something but I didn't click. So you have to take advantage of this move. I would like the entity I told you about. And we look for what I'm talking about on the end. But this one the projection going up loss is stop loss. Should it go not good because the stop loss is crazy. The stop loss is crazy. Go risk it at this point. With small amounts, especially. Comfortable is getting support by waiting for the 30 minutes to you see how this candle has formed. If it happens the 30 minutes, this candle close something like this, that would be a nice buy to this point. If it gets to this point, you either break even or you hold. Okay, so all the ideas is coming from where? My directional time frame. Okay, so this is just a simple direction. As I said, we don't trade direction. The direction is break, retest. What are you expecting? A continuation. Okay, a continuation. But at this point too, we can be looking for. So after getting the direction, the entry is what we are talking about. The entry, you consider the time of the day, you consider the zones, you consider the candle formation. Okay, so you see, if you look at the H1 time frame, H1 time frame aligns with H4 time frame. Price was making uptrend, it shifted trend to what? It shifted trend to a downtrend over here, pullback, shifted trend. At this point, this bullish candle, if I was around this, so price move over here, shifted trend, a continue the trend as aligns with what? H4 time frame. M32 moving. So this stop loss is makes sense. The stop loss, this target here, if price this one, keep K because so it is saying by here is failed. On the left side, I took this is that form over here. Okay. One I was expecting a continuation, but it failed. So at the point, price of this one can this am not taking it because it's big, bro. You blow your account, so you just have to watch. Okay, you just have to watch. The stop loss is big. It's not advisable. So maybe this one would be a target 83 pips. Then you break even, you allow it to run. But I'm not taking this trade. I can't contain this massive stop. The stop loss on gold is massive. Because if you are placing your stop loss, it has to be at the previous candle low. Okay, it has to be at the previous candle low, which is 200 pips. I'm not taking it, even though you have the direction, but I'm not taking it because the stop is wide. So this morning like this, the stop was like 200 pips, or yeah, the stop was over here. It was like 100 pips. Yeah, the stop was like 100 pips. So this one, the stop is wide. The stop is wide, so you just have to let it go. So when price maybe at this point you are
Hello, coach.
yes sir.
Yeah, so please, what about if you go to M1? If you go to M1 on this same setup, and then you place your stop loss just beneath the resistance that has been broken. What about that idea? Could that be a true entry or a correct entry or a right timing?
One thing is some of the time frame. The reason I don't use some of the time frames is they are weaker time frames. You get it? They are weaker time frames, and you might think, oh, because of the volume in the market, you are using their stop, you are using the candles as a safer this thing. Price can maybe just be breaking them. Okay, especially when it comes to M5 time frame, it's easily for it to get invalidated. It's easily for it to get invalidated as compared to maybe M15 or M. So I mostly don't consider them because of how easily it gets invalidated. You get it? How easily it gets invalidated. So you need to know like the time frame is having high confirmation. Like their confirmations, if you get a confirmation on them, it's legit. And some of the time frames too, it will just play with your emotions, stop you out several times. The stop itself is wide. The stop is left. The stop itself is wide. So let's see how maybe the M30, if the M30 creates a support over here, we can find an entry. We can find an entry, but let's wait for New York Stock Exchange. That's what it mostly gives. Please, if your background is noisy, you can limit yourself. Yeah, so let's see if the M30 is going to give the support. Then maybe we will look for if M15 is going to give us some small candle. Then we take it over there. And one thing about the M15 too, one thing I wasn't comfortable, the zones are not clean. You get it? You have rejection over here. But the M30 is rather clean. So if the M30 give a support, that one, we have a clean zone. But if you look at the M15, a lot of rejections. See rejection over here, rejection. So comparing H1, okay, H1, there was no entry. Comparing M30, if price is heading up, you see there's no support or resistance. So if it creates a support, then we're expecting a continuation. But if you look at M15, a lot of rejections over here. You see, as price got to this one, it just got rejected. Its move got rejected over here. Okay, another rejection over here. So M15 is not safe. M30 is rather clean. So if you get a support, so as I showed you, if we get a support like this over here, that's what I would love to see. Then we take the continuation of the move. That's what, because M30 is more clean, okay, but the sell 2 is still valid. If it happens, this candle break below this one with New York Stock Exchange open, it makes sense. So the buy, we have buy in mind. I have buy in mind. I still have sell in mind. Okay, I have buy in mind. I have sell in mind too as well. So let's see how when the market opens. So you see the sell that I was talking about, when price broke the low of this one, you see how this area was very clean. You get it? So if you watch this area, you see price was clean to this side. So that's what I was talking about. So if price break below over here, if it happens is break below, we get a top wick, okay, a pullback, it will be good. M15 was not looking good because a lot of rejection over here, rejection over here. You get it? A lot of, as compared to the M30. So if it happens, this candle is going to close below, the sell will make sense. Okay, so take advantage of the pullback. So let's see how the candle is going to. If it's closed below, I'll wait for a pullback, then see if I can get a sell. I'll take a short-term sell on gold. Like what happened over here. Okay, even this one, there was a lot of ranges. So the sell still makes sense. So we have like 8 minutes to 8 to 9 minutes for it to close. So the decision was taken from this is what we are basing on. You get it? This is what I'm basing on. How price has formed over here. So this one can just make a pullback. Let me see on Wanda. So if you watch over here, you notice that this one has also been taken. The low of this one has been taken. So it gives an indication that price can just keep on moving. Okay, so we have some wicks over here that it can fill. So as well. So the buy makes sense, the sell makes sense. So let's see how it happens. It's going to happen. Because if you are going to wait for the M30 to close, if the M30 close, it's going to align well with the M15. Okay. So I'm ready to take a sell. Can it close below? You have like 7 minutes. So the with the buy idea to, if this one close bullish, if this one close bullish, then maybe the flip. Let's see how the M30 is going to close. So the focus should be on the M30. If it's closed bullish, then unless maybe we search for an entry at the M30, so it's going to be like maybe a breakout. Okay, with the volume, the New York Stock Exchange session is about to open, so it's like a break retest. Then you take advantage of the volume. So you see the reason why I was saying the M5 is not safe. You see how the M5 lows has been broken. So sometimes you need to know. So when it comes to the M5 and the M1, it's weaker time frame confirmations. So that's why even though the pip value is big, I don't go to the M1 and M5 time frame. It's just a weaker time frame confirmation. You see how it has easily broken this ones. So imagine you place your stop loss maybe below this one, thinking that it's going to hold. You will be stop out, but M15 still holds. Okay. So this is the logical level I have to place my stop loss if maybe I've taken a buy. So you have like 5 minutes for the M30 to close. So we don't have any high impact news again. So it's closing bullish. So it's closing bullish. The level still holds. $134 pips. So you're about to be ushered into a volume time. New York Stock Exchange session. You are going to see crazy candles in the next from 2:15 to 2:30 3 p.m. It's just a crazy times. You are going to be seeing some crazy moves. So let me see if this. Okay. So I think this one makes sense. Trend line aligns perfectly with the level. So it aligns. Okay. So this one has given a confirmation. So touches over here. So can this level hold? Can it hold? So if it breaks below, the sell will make sense. Let me start this thing. It depends on how it's going to close. What do you people think? So I think the sell will make sense. If it happens, it close below, then I will wait for price to pull back, then capitalize on this move. 265. So I need to manage my risks well because it can be a loss to us well. So this is the zone. H1 time frame. So we have like 2 minutes. Is it going to be fast? So the stop loss, unless maybe we use the previous candle as a stop. So without pullback, we won't enter the sell. Without the pullback, we won't enter the sell. 277 pips. Without a pullback, because you can't use this candle. Using this candle is 192 pips. You can't use it. Is this thing even going to give an entry? The way it's moving really quick. So if you get a pullback, something like this, okay, then I take advantage of the sell. So this is what I'm expecting. If it happens, it pulls back. Because a new candle, wow. Okay. Let's see how the H4 is going to close over here. So it's still below. Okay. It's still below. So if it breaks the low over here, so it's going to align with the H1. The move is going to be very fast. It's going to be, the sell is going to be very quick one. So I need to see a pullback. Okay. So it has pulled back. So if it breaks the low over here, it's going to be a 9. So let me see the H4. Okay. So this one can be used as stop loss. Wow. 100. The stop loss is wide. Nah. The stop loss is wide. Crazy. The stop loss is wide. 100 and close to 140 pips. So if we are using 0.01, if the trade is going against you, you are going to lose $14, $14 to $15. The stop loss is wide. Crazy. If it breaks the high over here, so this is what I was talking about. You see, this candle has even opened with no wick, so the chances that it will flip bearish is very high. So M30 has closed below, so the chances that it will flip is very high. We are in volume time too as well. So the stop loss is crazy. Let me try with a small lot. If it breaks below, if it breaks below, the stop loss is crazy. So if you're having small account, please don't try this. Your account will be wiped away because the pip value is huge. The pip value is huge. If this point is your stop loss, your pip value is going to be close to 150 pips. Giving it a breathing this thing, yeah, 150 pips. So let's talk about the buy tool. So at this point, the way the candle has closed, so let's see the H1 time frame. Wow. So this level has broken. So that means this, hey, wait. Yeah. So it's flipping. Flipping. So if it breaks, because we have multiple rejections over here. So let's talk about the buy too as well. So at this point, I would love to, if I want to take a buy, I would love to see the M30 closing or giving us a support before I will be looking for a buy. So it's looking like it's flipping. Stop loss. Are you guys active? So maybe around 215, we can see some spikes in the market. 215, 230. That's what I'm saying with a buy to when this one give us a support, okay, that will be 230. When it gives us a support before, I'll be looking forward for a buy. Because let me see the trend line. That's true. Keeps on rejecting it. Yeah, so it it's never came back to activate it. Now the stop loss is too wide. Still 150 pips. So I'm deleting my pending order because now the stop loss is almost the same as what the previous candle. I'm deleting it because I can't afford it becoming bigger and bigger. So at this point, the way it's moving with a buy, okay. So this time, its price move very fast. And I don't like the idea of the M5. You get it? I don't like the idea of the M5 time frame. 154 pips. Yeah. So it was perfect on it. So close to 200 pips move. On trend line bounce. But the candle open with no wick too as well, so it will even be risky buy. The candle open with no wick. Yeah. So I hope you saw the idea. So when it comes to trading, you need to be super patient with yourself. Other than that, you'll be losing. So you see how I was very calm. The idea never got activated. I was waiting for it to pull back like this one. I was waiting for it to pull back. Then maybe I'll enter. But I never got something like that. So at this point, so now this will be the new levels. Yeah. This will be the various levels. So unless maybe M15 pulls back like this before I'll go in, that is something I'll be looking forward for. That's what I'm saying. I'm up for the week. You get it? I've taken I took one trade on 26th on the Monday trade. It was just testing. So I took trade on 27, 28. Yeah, 27, 28. And today They lost this one. The buy didn't go through, just came down. Yeah, so I'm still out for the week. So at this point where we are going to be looking for a trade again, it's either we see some pullback like this, then we take opportunity of them, take advantage of them. Pullbacks give us a support, then we take advantage, because the move has already been missed. You get it? The move has already been, like, we didn't get a confirmation. I said we have buy idea, we have sell idea. So we didn't get confirmation for the sell, we didn't get confirmation for the buy. Because this candle, the way it's closed, it's all started. I'm not interested in when a candle start. Like, if I'm interested, I wouldn't have been here. I would have taken advantage of this move long time. Okay, I missed this one. Yeah, it's moved before me. There was no confirmation. So similar thing like this. So at this point, the way price has moved, I'm pretty sure it's going to keep on moving up. Okay, so those who got it over here, maybe if you move to the lower time frame, I'm not interested in the M5 time frames, but if, let's say, you got it over here, then I think it's good for you. Okay, because it was a trend line bounce at the 30-minute time frame. You see it over here that we had one rejection over here. Okay, so it bounced on it exactly. So it was the same thing as this one into as well. So you see one rejection over here, one bounce, it bounced over here, it bounced. So when you are drawing your trend line, you need to get 2 touches. Okay, first touch, second touch. The third touch, if it breaks out, then you have to expect a continuation. So it's the same thing this morning too. It's the same thing like this one. You see the breakout. So this is where I tried a buy and it failed and it just continued moving down. So this one too is similar thing. So I think, yeah, it bounced off over here. It bounced off over here. Yeah. So this is a third touch. Just bounce off from that side. Just bounce off. So it's aligned with what? The rejectional level too as well. So the idea was coming from here. Break retest continuation of the uptrend. Yeah, so this is what I've planned of doing. The bootcamp, the upcoming bootcamp, from Monday forward, I'll be trading with them till the training ends. That's what I'll plan of doing. From Monday, we'll be doing it lending session. New York is too volatile, so you'll be trading during the lending session. So the bootcamp ends, so that they will see how I'm very patient. So especially to the person who asks the question of he panics when a setup is being presented to him. Instead of buy, he sometimes executes a sell and those stuff. So during the bootcamp, every day I'll be trading live from Monday to you'll be taking trades live together. Okay, how I analyze the things that I'm teaching, how I put them into what live markets. Okay, I'll be executing with them so that they will see. So if you have not booked your seat yet, you are going to miss out a lot. I said this bootcamp is going to be different. Okay, I'm going to incorporate live session too within the bootcamp. So you'll be making money together, you'll be losing together. Yeah, so because trading is all about you either win or lose. So you'll be making money. So this week like this, I have taken like 3 trades. So this is where Monday started. Where is it? Monday was what date? Let me check my calendar. Monday was 26th. Yeah, so 26 there was a trade, but that one, so I didn't come to the market early.
Hello, coach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
please, I'd like you to illustrate how support and resistance are created. If you could kindly do that for me. How
The
support and
resistance.
resistance are created. Yes, please.
That topic is deep.
Okay.
A moment, I'm coming. So this is where Monday there was an opportunity over here. There was an opportunity over here, but I didn't come to the chat early. I decided to take this one, but I noticed when price is the same thing that happened to me this morning. When price makes when price make a massive move, the second opportunity sometimes becomes difficult. So this was the second opportunity. I decided to take, but I just broke even. So we just commission the deducted commission. I noticed price was not moving around 8. So it's the same thing that happened to me today. First move at 6, it moved. It gave an opportunity at lending open, and it decided to just failed. It's the same thing that happened over. But this one, I was smart. I noticed the market reaction because lending open, I'm expecting to see big moves. But when I notice back and forth, I just broke even. Okay, I got like 30 to 40 pips. You know good how it moves. But you see, comparing your reward, your risks, you are not even if you will not recover in case maybe price is going against. So I decided to close the trade. Okay, so Monday that was the trade. New York there was no trade. New York there was a trade that I should have taken advantage, but I wasn't familiar with the move. Yeah, so on Tuesday I had one trade to over. Yeah, Tuesday trade is over here. Yeah, this was Tuesday trade. So this was Tuesday. It was the same breakout at 6. You get it. So when price broke out over here, I noticed price can fill this zone. I waited for the pullback, took the buy over here. Price just made back and forth, but finally got to the target. Finally got to the destination. So this was my trade, and this was Tuesday, and on Wednesday too was the same. This thing, yeah. This was Wednesday. Wednesday, I wasn't comfortable as I made the video and shared it in the group because when price makes all-time high, so this was Wednesday trade, waited for the pullback and took advantage of this one. But I didn't hold it for long because Charlie price there's no as in area to use for measurement. So if you are in the trade, you panic because you don't know when price is going to reverse. So you see, so most of the trades I've gotten them from lending session. So that's what I'm going to do with them during the boot camp. We are going to be trading together. That's what I've planned so that they will see me executing how I use the stop loss and those things every morning, Monday to Friday. That's what I've planned of doing. So you see, price got to the rejectional level, got rejected. Exactly, got rejected. Yeah, so as I was saying, what you can be waiting for, price is currently ranging. What you can be waiting for is price to pull back, give us the support, and then maybe take the continuation. But I'm just going to call it a day because I've traded the lending and I don't want to waste time. Yeah. So with the question on how I draw my support, with that one, I can't explain it in details over here. But the concept is coming from market structure. So you need to understand the concept of market structure, how price does higher highs. So if price makes high and pull back, this is going to be the rejectional level. Okay. So when price is moving up, we're expecting it to get to this level. If it breaks, when price break a resistance level, it tends to support. Okay. By the moment it will break this one, this level has been invalidated. So it's the same thing that happened over here. You notice that price broke, you're expecting a pullback continuation, but what happened? The candle broke below this one. So if it has broken below, this level is invalidated. But what convinced me again was the M15. That is why I kept it. So later when I set the pending orders, I was just going back to see what's happening at the other time frame. But I noticed that it has broken. The level has been invalidated. But this is what convinced me to take the sell, to be looking for a sell. There was multiple rejection over here. So what convinced me was, if you having two rejectional levels over here, okay, one rejectional level over here at the M15 time frame, another rejectional level over here, and price has been able to break, the chances that it can keep on moving down is very high. Because, and what again, another confirmation is the time of the day too as well. So I noticed that the time of the day is solid, and it's kind of a strong confirmation time. So that's why I wanted to be looking for a sell with the higher time frame confirmation. You get it. So the concept is, I derived the concept from this concept. Okay, high, low. This one, I think the way I draw my levels was given to me by God. Was given to me because the reason I'm saying this is, I remember those times when I used to watch people how they plot their levels. I never understood it. I can watch, and sometimes some people will come and take some from here, whilst current price level is over here. People will come here, and it wasn't making sense to me. So I was just deep in searching, and God revealed this. I don't know whether it was God or nature revealed this thing to me. I used the concept of market structure, and I started using that concept, practicing that concept, and I noticed it works. You get it? It works. So use the concept of market structure. That's how I used to draw. So if price makes high lows, I'm expecting it to keep on moving. If it gets to this side, if it breaks, expecting a continuation. If it break this one, it has been invalidated. It has been invalidated. So the next level is going to be over here. You get it? It's going to be over here, and you're expecting there's no support or resistance over here. So price is going to move freely. If it breaks this one, then you're expecting it to. If it breaks this one, then you look left to this side. Okay, you look left to this side. So this one too becomes a rejectional level. So if price is pulling back, you're expecting it to pull back on this one or this one. If it breaks this one, then this point has become invalidated. The next level is going to be here. You're expecting price to come to this side. If this one to get invalidated, then the next level is going to be here. So this sketchy format is the same thing you are going to implement when it comes to candles. You get it? When it comes to candles. Yeah. So if price decides to break, so understand the concept of the simple structure. Okay, we have types of structure, pattern structure. We have simple structure and complex structure. So simple structure is when price is making highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. This is simple structure. And we're having complex structure. Complex structure is when price is making highs, lows, highs, lows, high, low. This one, if you have not joined my bootcamp before, you might think price is what? Who can tell me what's the trend? Those who have not joined my bootcamp before shouldn't talk. Those who have not joined before can talk. What's the trend of this one? And when you give an answer, you explain. What's the trend? So the reason I'm doing this is because there's no setup. Okay. The idea has been invalidated. We didn't get entry. Okay. So at this point, price is ranging. So we just educate ourselves. What's the trend? Who can talk? You guys are getting value more than joining the bootcamp. What's the trend? What's the trend over here? When you see something like this?
That's an
What's the
uptrend.
trend?
It's
Why an
creating a
uptrend?
low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So that's an uptrend.
Now this is how it looks like. Yeah, it's an uptrend, but your explanation wasn't valid to me. It's an uptrend though. Okay, but since you have your own explanation too. But it's an uptrend, but there's a reason. Okay, so we call this one complex structure. It's an uptrend. This one, some people might think it's a downtrend. And with this complex structure, you can take advantage of, even though you don't take corrections, but you can take advantage of this move. Can take advantage of, yeah, this move. So this was a downtrend, an uptrend rather. So the valid sell was over here, but I wasn't available then. This was a valid sell. Almost 120 pips. This was solid one. Yeah. So price is in a consolidation. Price is in a consolidation. So let's see, 130 you might see a massive, 230 you might see a massive spike. It's in a I don't love the consolidating state of price. So you don't have to get worried when you have an idea about where price is going. So that's why I said earlier that we don't trade what do you call it? We don't trade direction, we trade confirmation. To me, someone might be taking the buy. That's cool for the person. That's the person's system. But for my system, there's no entry for me. The entry I was waiting for, I didn't get it. Price moved very fast, unless maybe you had it from this time frame. And will you being in profit like so sometimes you need to be real with ourselves. Being in profit like 170 pips, will you allow price to come back to your break even? That's the question. Will you allow price to come to your break even? But some people will come and post that, oh, they caught the whole of this move, being in profit of 170 pips, and you allow price to come to your break even. So the internet, there's no reality on the internet. Yeah, so if it happens price break above this one, get a pullback. If the stop loss makes sense, I think you can get a continuation of the move. If it happens like that, you can get a continuation of the move. Yeah, so the trade was really legit. Trend line, double 3 touches aligned perfectly on this zone. It was making sense, but the entry wasn't there. So you have like this 230 is going to be massive, like how 115 made. See the 115, 215. So 232, you might see a massive spike. You must see a massive spike. I mostly don't get trades on live streams. I remember one lending session that I had a trade. Yeah, so this thing is breaking above. Breaking. So I have I was expecting maybe if you had a break to this side, then you wait for a pullback, then you take the continuation to, since you are in volume time, then you wait for the continuation to this side. So 95 pips. Yeah. So you see how price is getting rejected on the levels that we indicated. So the levels are very important. You get it? The levels are very, very important. You need to trade when there's no levels. That's the most important thing. Okay, guys. So there was no entry. Okay, there was no entry. The entry should have been here, but there was no confirmation. So I hope you've learned something over here. Is anyone having a question? So it's no trade too is also a trade. Daniel, are you in school? No trade is also a trade. No trade is also a trade. Any question? I want to just hop off. Any question? Any submission? Yeah, so as I'm saying, what my last comment or my last advice to each and everyone is keep on doing it and keep on learning. Be obsessed with yourself and follow the person you resonate. If it is me that you resonate with, the way I'm teaching, because I know I'm not the first person. Most people, I'm not the first person you come in contact with. So if I've come in contact with a lot of people, stick to the person you resonate with and learn the person's style. If it is me that you resonate with, keep on following me, show up on the live stream. Even if you don't have time, I mostly put them on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and watch. Give yourself time, learn, keep on practice and see, is this what I'm saying, does it work? So what I've taught you now, just also try to implement it and see if it's going to work. You get it? That's how you learn. And with time, repetition is the master of everything that you want. If you want to be master of something, just repeat. Keep on refining, repeat, keep on refining, repeat. That's all. Okay. It's not going to be easy. In the world, nothing good comes easily. It's all going to be tough. Okay. That's why last time I said that is what makes it very beautiful when you get it. So keep on repeating, keep on learning, because trading pays, I swear. Trading pays, and it's legit. If you are so the reason why a lot of people are kind of not succeeding is because of the impatience and they don't dedicate or commit to steady. Okay, they don't dedicate or commit to steady. But if you are very calm and you have a system that, you see, I have a system that I followed. And when price was moving, I said, I'm not interested. This was what I was interested in. I set my pending orders. Price never got price never activated it. And I just deleted it, waiting for the buy too. I was waiting for the M30 to maybe create a support, small candle support. Then I would take the continuation. But I just made a massive move. That's fine. That is my system. Okay, that is my system. So please kindly have systems. That is how trading is like a business. If you are a business, you don't know where you get your customers from. If you are coming to start a business, you don't know where you are going to get customers from. You don't know the kind of product to start. Do you think you are going to be a successful businessman? Before you start a business, you need to do a research. What solutions are you going to provide? What solution are you going to give? You get it? What solution are you going to give? So you write down the remedies, the things that you are going to use to solve those problems. I teach trading because I know a lot of people are not understanding that. I find it very difficult. That's why it's a solution. What I'm doing is a solution. You get it? It's a solution I'm giving. I'm helping that even if you can't buy my bootcamp, following me, you've gotten one or two things. Okay, you've learned one or two things. I've solved some problem for you. You get it? So it's the same thing in trading. You need to have a system. A business, you need to know the product or service you are going to render, or you are the product you are going to sell, the service you are going to render. You get it? Where are you going to get your customers? You need to find out where you are going to get. Is it going to be digitally? Is it going to be physically? You get it? And digital, to where are you going to get them from? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it YouTube? Is it Google? You need to draft all these things down. You get it? You need to draft all these things down in place. You get it? You need to have all these things in place. How you are going to so there are a lot. They are called systems. It's the same thing when you wake up and you don't know anything what to do. You don't have system in place. When I wake up early morning, what I do is I just come trade. You get it? After trading, I watch my business. I have a business that I run. I have to check if things are running, call my workers and talk to them. What are we not doing right? And these are systems. My daily routines, that are my systems. So it's the same thing in trading. You need to have systems too in place. Yeah. So I think the sell will make sense if it happens. So you can keep an eye on it. I'm tired. So if it happens, the 30-minute candle happens to close below this level. Okay. If it happens, it closed below this level, the sell will make sense. if it's closed below this level, and with the buy, as I told you, we can wait for a support. Okay, we can wait for a support like this. You can wait for a support like this. So we have like 80 minutes for the, so we can wait for a support like this. So this is what you are going to be expecting for the buy. And with the sell, if price, you see what I was expecting over here. If something of that sort happen, wait for the pullback, then you take advantage of the sell. Okay, so with the buy, this is our expectation. So this one can just be a week, so it's still a valid idea. So if you get something like this at the M15 time frame or M30 time frame, it makes sense. So as I said, it can make a wick. You see, it just creating the wick. Okay, so this is the buy. You see, it's still hovering around the trend line. And with the sell, if it happens, it's close below this one, the sell is still going to be valid. Okay, any question? Any question? If there's no question, then you call it, I'll call it a session over here. All right, guys. So you can share the Telegram channels to your friends and family who want to study or learn how to trade. Okay. So maybe on weekends we will do pre-market analysis, and on Monday we do Monday lending session analysis too as well. So if there's no question, so that's the idea I've given it to you. You get it? So this is the idea. So at this point, the zones has now been cleared. Valid zones. Okay, so each one is giving us some zone over here, but we can still be. The zone is choked. The level is choked. The level is choked. The level is choked. The level is choked. Okay, so that's the buy idea I've given it to you. With a sell to, if price break below this one, it can move good. All right, so you see the whole of the session, apart from this one, it's just making back and forth. So be careful. The pip value is huge. So be careful when you are exiting. So thank you all for showing up, making the session an interesting one. And as I said, keep on learning, repeat. Don't give up. Never have that mindset. 3 years to come, 2 years to come, you are going to, if you keep on following me, learn what I'm doing, it works. You get it. This week like this, I'm in profit now. It works. If you keep on following me, being patient and calm, and you are not learning this, give yourself like a year to two. You will start seeing result. Trading, one thing about trading is all about being calm and patient. But sometimes we feel FOMO when we see some people on our social media and those like making huge. You think like you have to rush and make trades and those things. Those things really hurt, especially to the influencers. They mostly hurt us. Trading is not easy. It's a calm game and have a system. Okay, so keep on repeating whatever you are doing and show up. Be glued to my YouTube channel. Anything that I post over there, watch it. Watch the video several times and practice. With time, it's going to make sense. See you all. Thank you for watching.